Yo, what's going on, you guys? I'm Lance, and today we're going to be reacting to TimTheTatman going to Apex and leaving Warzone, question mark, yes or no? Is he going to leave? Is he going to stay? We'll find out. So let me full screen this and then see what he has to say.
Everyone right now is talking about Apex Legends versus Warzone. That's what a lot of, at least I'll say, people in my circle are talking about, because obviously there's a lot of people that are coming from Warzone because it's so chalked that they're trying Apex. But in Apex, I'm not at a spot in my rank yet where I can get hacked on. So I think that's why right now there's you see a lot of people going from Warzone to Apex and just trying it out. Now, obviously, Apex had a huge community, man. Has a huge community. And I saw people like tweeting yesterday. They were like, I got tagged in a decent amount. Like, it was like people were tagging Nick and I about Apex Legends having 400,000 or 500,000 viewers yesterday. And they're like, oh, well, you can thank NickMercs and TimTheTatman for that. And I don't think that's true.
No, I think it is a large community by itself, but the fact that you have TimTheTatman, the fact that you have NickMercs and TimTheTatman is they carry the weight of a lot of games. So like, they carry the weight of Fortnite, they carry the weight of Warzone, they can carry the weight of Apex. Them two brought people from Fortnite to Warzone, and then now, you know, Warzone's dead. They're bringing people from Warzone to Apex. But as a group, as like, these are huge Twitch streamers, right?
You know, they're regardless of whether Nick and I were streaming it, I think it would have a ton of viewers anyways. I mean, XQC's on there too. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's a pretty large community in Apex that, like, we're not the ones that are gassing that up right now.
No, you guys are gassing it up right now. Why? These streamers have been streaming for a while, and they've only been consistent for a certain amount of time. And then, boom, NickMercs, TimTheTatman shows up to Apex. Viewership goes up. It's a lot more active now. It's like, I don't think... Maybe they do realize, or they're just being clueless. But I don't think they realize that they have a huge impact on like how games are played, or how much of a community, like, of a fan base they have. And like, when they migrate, a lot of those followers migrate just because of like, kind of like the stock market. We also saw what happened when Cristiano Ronaldo took the 2 Coca-Cola bottles, moved them, and said drink water. They lost billions of dollars. A lot of people took their money out, and because it's Cristiano Ronaldo, a lot of people took their money out. They shorted the, Coca-Cola, and same thing with like TimTheTatman and NickMercs. They are saying screw Warzone, we're going to Apex. They shorted the market, essentially. They shorted their viewership of Warzone, and they moved to Apex, and the viewership went up. It skyrocketed. So they do have a huge impact on gaming community. So either they're being clueless, or they really don't think that they're big to make a difference. But I would be humble and say, yeah, like, we bring a lot of viewers into a certain like video game, and just be humble about it.
Here's what I will say. You guys know that meme where it's like the guy's holding a girl's hand and he's looking backwards at the other girl? That's Warzone. You're holding Warzone's hand and you're looking at Apex right now, and Apex is like, I mean, here's what I'll say about Apex. They had an update at a very good time too. There was this update, everything kind of reset. It's a very interesting thing to kind of see this, like, I see a lot of people talking about them swapping right now from Warzone to Apex. Obviously, you got people like Courage JD, and you got people like Nick that said they're not going to make content right now on Call of Duty. I haven't fully said that because, well, I enjoy spectating solos, and I don't really play the game right now. So it's like, and some people think that if we stop, all of a sudden Call of Duty is going to be like, whoa, man. And that's not the case either. I think you guys think content creators and like YouTubers and streamers have a lot more pull than we actually do. Call of Duty, they don't care. They don't care. Ultimately, they don't. And whether or not I or Nick or Jack or whoever step away, there's still going to be people that are going to make content regardless. You know what I mean? I think viewers, I think you guys put a lot of stock, and I really do appreciate that you guys think I have that kind of power, but I don't. I don't have that kind of power. And so
this is this is what I don't get, bro. Like, how are you gonna say you don't have all this power when you have, like, on average, how much does Tim the Tatman like get views per per stream? Like, what, on average 40 to like 60K like viewers, right? So, and this is all because of like of him playing Warzone. You know, if NickMercs is not online, the NickMercs fan base goes to Tim the Tatman and like just, you know, watch him and do stuff like that. But that's only like if they're watching Warzone. If he's playing Warzone, they do have a huge impact because they're influencers. And whether they want to accept it or not, that's up to them. I just think that they should be. I feel like Tim should be a little bit more humbling and say, yeah, like, be a little bit more open minded about like the amount of influence you have. I wouldn't put it like power. I just says you have a lot of where you can migrate to a game and then everybody migrates to that game. It's more influence than power. This is what I would put it. But come on, Tim, like, be a little bit more humble about it. Just be a little bit more humble about it.
I see a lot of content creators that are stepping away from Warzone right now, though, which is it's sad to see. That's what I feel. I feel sad about it. It makes me sad because I do love Warzone, and it's one of my favorite battle royales I've ever played. And it's really sad because I think that Warzone could be incredible, but it's just not right now. And I don't know what happened with the cheaters, but in the last like month, it's been awful. It's been the worst I've ever seen it.
Exactly.
I've been playing for like a year and a half or whatever. Worst I've ever seen it. Why not?
Yo, you gotta understand. It was basically a copy and paste of Blackout. What is it? It came out in Black Ops 3, and then Warzone. It's basically a copy and paste of that. Like, okay, how can we make this better? And then they did that. And then they're like, oh shoot, this game is actually really good. You know how long it takes? And you have like different companies making different games, different CODs. You have Sledgehammer, Activision, but they rotate Call of Duties all the time. And for them to like keep continuously updating, you know, making a new map, and it's massive. It's massive. Where it's like Fortnite only dedicated their basically beta, their like Fortnite Battle Royale. They dedicated everything into that. I feel like in Warzone they just copied pasted and hope for the best. Like, fingers crossed, hopefully it does good. And then that was pretty much it. And then once it started popping off, you got these streamers going on. It's like, oh shit, how can we make this better? Let's just throw a couple of updates here. Let's throw a couple of Black Ops weapons here. Let's do minor changes because they can't make big changes. I don't think they have the capacity to make big map changes like that. Just restructuring or taking buildings down or building buildings up again. And that's pretty much it. I feel like that's the only capability they have. I feel like they need to go back to the drawing board and then build out a new map. Apex has got new maps. Fortnite has got new maps. This is like Warzone's the only battle royale that doesn't get a new map. And it's just like a remake essentially of an older, shittier map.
Like, having a rank that I'm playing for in Apex kind of pushes me to want to continue to do better. It gives you something to like work for. You know what I mean? So, and the thing is, you talk about SBMM and people go, well, you got SBMM. That doesn't give me an incentive to work for it. All SBMM does is drops me into a lobby with people that are as good as me and doesn't reward me at the end. That's it. At least with Apex, when you're playing a ranked mode, you're going, you got silver, you're climbing, you're going to gold, you're going to platinum, whatever, and you're kind of working for something. You know what I mean?
I feel like they're trying to find a game that suits them, but it's not working, right? Because Fortnite died. Nobody plays Fortnite. Warzone died. Nobody plays Warzone. Apex is still, it's like dead as well. I feel like people are trying to find a game and spark it up again. Get its attention and then just, all right, cool. Fortnite's dead. Warzone's dead. Apex is on that verge of death. But since NickMercs like switched to Apex, everybody's joining that bandwagon. Everybody's going to follow Nick, and sometimes it can be for the better, for the worse. Sometimes you lose views, sometimes you lose supporters, but it all just depends. Everybody's joining the Nick bandwagon.
It's a fun thing, and I think Warzone would be awesome with a ranked playlist like that. Me personally, I think that's definitely one thing that Warzone could easily take from Apex and make really cool. A lot of people lately have been talking about this whole Apex Legends versus Warzone debacle, and
No, the only reason why it started is because of you guys, you and then NickMercs.
I am enjoying Apex. I am. And you know what? I'll eat my words on it too, because a couple months ago I was playing Warzone. People told me to check out Apex, and I kind of laughed at it. I did, because I was so hooked in Warzone, and I'm like, why would I go play that? And I laughed at it. I did, and I eat my words on that. Y'all were right. Apex is fun. You guys were right. I don't admit that often, but you were right about that. Now, in my defense, I will say this too.
In this case, I feel like TimTheTatman's forcing himself to go to Apex because he likes Warzone. He's a huge fan, but monkey see, monkey do, whatever. I'm going to Apex because they're going to Apex. So I feel like that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. But I don't feel like he's fully on board. I feel like he's doing it because everybody else is doing it.
I hadn't played Apex.
I could be wrong though.
Apex in about 2, but obviously a lot of people are talking about Warzone and Apex and whether or not, I mean, Nick and Jack both have said that they're just going to take a step back on making content for Warzone. I'm not at that point yet.
You see that?
I will say, without spectating solos, I think I'd be done. Spectating solos is funny as shit. Duties.
And the thing is, TimTheTatman's not a competitive player like NickMercs is, like Courage JD is, like Cloaksy. Like he's not competitive in that sense, so he's gonna have a hard time keeping up with the new movements. He's gonna have a hard time keeping up with everybody else, because they're putting hours into it and they're grinding it out, where TimTheTatman is just spectating, doing spectating solos in Warzone, not putting enough time into Apex. And I get that. For him, it's not gonna be fun, him getting shitted on all the time while his friends are platinum or they're gold and he's still at the bottom of the rank, stuff like that. So
I love Warzone's looting system, the way they do it, because there's content creators are doing right now and they see what's happening. I hope that they can make some changes for the better. And right now,
bruh, it's been a whole year and a half. They're not gonna make any changes. You have a new Call of Duty coming out. I'm just waiting to see what they're gonna do next with this Warzone. Maybe they do a massive change when the new Call of Duty comes out and it brings people back in. But I doubt it. They're not gonna implement anything else. If anything, they're just gonna put more weapons in. Have a shitty storyline for Warzone, and that's pretty much it. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it here. I kind of already got the gist of it. Let me know what you guys think at the bottom section below. Also, if you like the content, subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I'll see you guys next time.